Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's the Fantasy Endgame live with you on game night. That's right. Here we go. Week 12 is already going to be underway in about 2 hours. We're going to have the Bills and the Texans. Let's see. Let's see if Josh Allen can manage a couple of fantasy points tonight. It's going to be tough. But look, whether you feel this game is going to be a good one or not, you got to set your lineups. You got to figure out who to start, who to sit. Some people still making those last minute trades, of course, waivers and all that. It's playoff prep time. So let's break down what's going to go on potentially tonight and the rest of week 12. And look, it starts and ends always with stud running backs, I feel like. So let's talk about it. This is just my way of trying to segue, trying to force the segue there.
I figured.
I like what? So look, Josh Jacobs, were a lot of people. The biggest waiver wire pickup of the week was Emmanuel Wilson. Looked pretty good, good offense in Green Bay, especially to run the ball. But now all of a sudden, it's like maybe there's a chance that Josh Jacobs played. What Matt LaFleur said today is he is, quote unquote, truly day to day. So do you regret if, not that you did, but if somebody out there dumped their wallet, emptied the fab on Emmanuel Wilson, is this a decision you'll regret? You feel like Jacobs is going to actually play here?
I don't think he's going to play this week.
No.
So it sounds like what happened here was like bone bruise, thigh bruise, swelling. Said it's not a pain issue. It's a range of motion issue. My guess is he misses this week, and then next week he's fine. So at least you'll get Emmanuel Wilson for a week, but it feels like that's kind of been the case a lot this year, right? Where like we get these, like, this is it. Like, this is it. Go pick him up. And then it's like, oh, wait, never mind. It's not it. Feels like that has been a lot this year.
No, that's true. I know exactly what you're saying. There've been a lot of not it's. But we'll say this, this is the time anyways, especially if you do have Jacobs. I mean, you grab Wilson, It's almost a no-brainer. You grab him anyways, because if Jacobs goes down again or gets injured, or even if he doesn't, you want his backup. Like, you want that in your pocket just in case. Like, there's no reason not to have him. That's not every single running back, but there's going to be the usual beat the breakout, talking just about running backs this week. So it's time to just think that way, right? Get that stud backup running back. Now another one. Now again, this is maybe a little more hearsay, but this is a reliable source. So Rondé Barber, the former Tampa Bay Buck, and he has a little radio show he does, and you figure he's got some inside information. He basically said in the show today, like, yeah, Bucky's not playing. He's not coming back yet. Now he's not officially representing the team here, but look, I never got the vibe that Bucky was close to being ready. Like, he's like walking through and limited, but this sounded like it was severe from the jump. I don't get anything that makes me feel that Bucky is playing this week. Is that a little too premature to make that assumption, though?
Probably, but I am starting to feel the same way. Like, again, like a couple of weeks ago when I did the stream solo, somebody asked like $1,000, like they didn't super chat $1,000, but they're like, $1,000, to chat who tell me when Bucky's coming back. I said week 13, and this was week 10. This is before he even started practicing. I said week 13. So I still going to stand by week 13 because, it sounds like the issue here is that if he takes contact to the shoulder, it can potentially be a season-ending thing. So they need to wait till it's like 100%. So might be another week without Bucky, which means fire up Sean Tucker.
Yeah, probably fire up Sean Tucker. I also read something. I know we talking about that earlier. Look, I've never thought Sean Tucker was much of a great running back in the NFL. I've always been very pessimistic about him. And of course, last week had the breakout game. And Buffalo's run defense is not good. Like, it's really one of the worst in the NFL somehow. You'd figure a team that good would at least get that basic element down, but they've been one of the worst. And I think it was Draft Sharks. I used to way back be a subscriber at Draft Sharks. I trust him. This is a good writer. Shane Hallam broke down basically like, look, don't buy too much into what you saw from Sean Tucker last week. So I get that. I don't still think Sean Tucker's all of a sudden this great running back. I mean, he's been third on the depth chart for a reason, right? Like there's a reason he's always been the backup running back. But if he's getting the majority of touches here, because Rachaad White isn't cutting it necessarily, I think you've got to at least consider him a decent flex or streamer. So just not a great matchup though. I'm going to run on the road against the Rams. I mean, there's no way if they're like Bucky's not playing. That I don't think, to me, that doesn't mean Sean Tucker's like you got to start.
No, I wouldn't like elevate Sean Tucker to a RB1 or top 10 because it is a tough matchup here. But I think in the Bucs backfield, I would much prefer Sean Tucker to Rachaad White.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then Sean Tucker definitely would be more valuable than a lot of potential streamers or flex options. And then not a big change from yesterday, but it sounds like Joe Burrow's creeping closer to being back. He was running with the first team. It was Joe Flacco as QB2 in practice. I mean, what else do we need here? Is that this Burrow's back?
Burrow's back. I mean, he just like, this is just, I don't think this is not what the Bengals wanted. I don't think Joe Burrow is 100%, but this is our only chance, right? You can't go 3-8 and come back. Like you just can't. So, yeah, they're desperate times call for desperate measures. They're going to roll out Joe Burrow this week. Almost certainly.
Yeah, they probably did not anticipate, regardless of who was at quarterback, losing to the Jets, being the only team that could possibly find a way to lose to the Jets, and then losing to the Bears in the most excruciating fashion. I mean, yeah, they probably wanted to wait another week or two, but this is it. And if did I see right, Trey Hendrickson, they're only basically good defensive lineman. He's been questionable. He might not even play, right? I think he was questionable last I saw.
Yep.
All right. What else we got? Anything else breaking today? I mean, we already knew about Shedeur Sanders. We talked about that. Now it's official. He's a starter, but we broke that down yesterday.
There's a report that Joe Mixon not going to play this year, but then Joe Mixon refuted it. But come on, Joe Mixon's not playing this year. We know, Joe. Don't try to fake. We know you're not playing this year. Keon Coleman is going to be benched again, so you will not see Keon Coleman tonight. So maybe you could fire up Tyrell Shavers again. Maybe.
Good. Hey, Dalton Kincaid is out again. We know that. If it was not the Texans, I would consider it. But, it's
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, if there's anybody I was definitely not ever big on besides Sean Tucker, it was Keon Coleman. And not just because he's a Florida State Seminole, but just because I didn't like Keon Coleman's game.
Yeah.
So is this the end of Keon Coleman in Buffalo after this year?
Well, maybe. It might be.
I mean, what
might be?
What are you waiting for? 2 years and you're getting worse, not better. So it's safe to say, and it was safe to say because I've been saying it for weeks, there's no reason to roster Keon Coleman. There's no excuse to roster Keon Coleman at this point. Like, there's no excuse for it. So don't do it. All right. Well, we got a little less than 2 hours till game time, so let's not wait. Let's start getting to your questions. That's what's going on recently in terms of NFL news. And, tomorrow we'll get the final practice updates. And so that's why Saturday we'll do a nice long live stream to get the lineups all set perfectly until Sunday morning when you make those fine adjustments and do it again. So check in Sunday morning as well. So that leads me to the reminder, if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, right? And notifications, turn them on. Don't forget also to get your picks in on Underdog besides your lineups, because look, you can get a free pick for tonight's game. And you also get a deposit match of up to $1,000 of bonus cash. Just need to sign up as a new customer on Underdog and use code NGAME when you do that. So you'll get the free pick, you get the bonus cash, and then you get more bonus cash because as soon as you play $5 towards any sort of pick, they'll give you another $100 in bonus cash. So it's a good time to try. And of course, as I keep saying, because it continues to be true, always profit boosts, bonuses, all sorts of promotions going on, and it is the holiday season starting next week, which means even more goodies and giveaways. So try Underdog if you haven't yet. But again, if you're trying it for the first time and you sign up, when you make your account, make sure you use code ENDGAME to lock in all of that. And the same thing applies, although I'm still not quite yet to the point of giving away lots of bonus cash. But what we can do for you if you are on DraftLane is we can get you some bonus points if you go to the promo code section here on the settings and use code ENDGAME, get 10 free points. You can use that towards your requests. And what I mean by that is you can ask your questions for fantasy football 24/7, anytime from the convenience of your phone. DraftLane is a free download from the App Store or Google Play Store. Download DraftLane, use your 10 free points by using code ENDGAME and ask away. And if you're on Yahoo or Sleeper, you can sync your league, not only see your settings and your roster and all that, but your standings. We can see your roster, like this start sit question here on Yahoo. So this is a standard league. Struggling to keep up. How can I improve? Who could I trade? All right, well, this is a start sit question, but also want some trade advice. Let's see. All right, so here's a squad. Thoughts on this? Tyron Tracy, RB2, not ideal. Drake London is hurt.
Yeah, I mean, not ideal when you're in a non-PPR league and you're not very good at running back. Like Barkley, Tracy are your running backs. You're flexing Michael Wilson, which isn't bad, but I mean, in the non-PPR league, I will say if Bucky's out, I would probably flex Sean Tucker over Michael Wilson in a non-PPR.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask you, the Sean Tucker thing. I mean, even who else do we flex? I don't know. Oh, well, okay. My question is, do we put Sean Tucker anyways just over Tyron Tracy? Assuming Bucky's out.
I mean, yeah, I would have Sean Tucker over Tyron Tracy, but then it's like, do I flex Tyron Tracy or Michael Wilson in a non-PPR league? Like, I'm not expecting Michael Wilson to have 15 catches for 100 and some odd yards again. So, not to mention, remember, in a non-PPR league, those 15 catches do nothing for you.
Right. So, we keep the running back at the flex. So, in other words, we'll sit Wilson for Tucker. Well, how about this week also? I know it's got Dak and Stafford. Prefer Stafford for sure.
Yeah, Stafford over Dak, definitely. I didn't see that.
As far as trades, I mean, I don't know what you can do here. There's not a lot of value on the bench.
I mean, I would be trying to trade Drake London if I can, but he doesn't have nearly as much value, of course, in a non-PPR league, but he's still, a stud wide receiver. I mean, I would try to trade Drake London. He's hurt right now. I mean, go get a running back. Can you trade Drake London and get Chase Brown, Breece Hall, Travis Etienne? This is a non-PPR.
Okay, so we'll do that. We got the start sit. And just say aim for Chase Brown. Who else you say?
Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, guys like that.
All right. And you can drop your second defense for an RB flyer.
Yeah.
All right. There it is. We got a couple more, but we'll save those for a little later. We don't want to delay too long. I'm going to get to your questions on the chat. Just want to remind you about DraftLane. For those who don't know, now you know. Knowing is half the battle. All right. First up today is John Wickering. What's up, John? The second team was the team I'm playing against the first round. Okay, yeah, John, because he does this, he'll put both the squads to compare. I honestly, John, don't remember who the teams were yesterday, but do you remember his?
No, sorry, John. I mean, you can just type like regular. You definitely don't have to super chat it. You can
Right.
just type it out again regular if you want.
Right. Okay. Here's Jay. Jay is always nice and early, but that's because Jay is like 7 hours away in Scotland. Streaming tight end. Due to Kincaid, injury options are Fannin Njoku, Theo Johnson, Wright, Fant, Chig, and the Steelers. I will say Njoku I saw is questionable so far this week. And an interesting note was Cedric Tillman and I think Isaiah Bond now is on the way back, or he was back. Fannin's route participation dropped under 50%. And so it's not just, oh, wait, it's Shadur Sanders. He might be ridiculously bad again. But all of a sudden, these tight ends to me, like I didn't really want to start any Cleveland Brown pass catcher anyways. And now I'm like, there's zero chance. I'm just going to cross those two out.
Yeah, no, I'm crossing those two out. Man, I don't know. I'd say Fant is probably my number one. Unless Dart plays, then I'll say Theo Johnson. So I'm either going to go Fant or Theo Johnson based on if Dart plays or not.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Steelers trio, they had their chance last week against the Bengals and didn't do anything. So forget it.
By the way, do you see these? Do you see this one?
Because
this was technically our first chat.
Oh, well, the first one I saw was John's. That was from 11 a.m.
Yeah, weird. I don't know this one. Okay.
I also just noticed a weird thing. I hope you're seeing this too. Instead of like a name, it's just got like handles, like at something. Do you see that?
No, I see Diorio.
No, not this one, but all the others. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Well, let's do this one first.
Okay.
All right, Diorio. Yeah, StreamYard's been a little interesting lately. I need one wide receiver, one flex position. We'll prepare Dunze or JMO. God, we got Dunze, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I would probably just play both wide receivers this week.
Over Genti, yeah. I'll go JMO over Genti. So Odunze and then JMO. All right, there you go, Diorio.
Hold on. Then we had, I don't think you see this one.
No. Drop Jaden Reed, Blake Corum, or Jacoby Myers to pick up a tight end. Gadsden's on bye. Okay. Also have Kyron. So I was like, Jaden Reed. Why are you Jaden Reed? I mean, you don't have to hold on to Jaden Reed, do you?
No. I would drop Jaden Reed.
Yeah. I guess you don't have enough IR spots. Yeah, you can drop Jaden Reed. I don't feel like he's
one more from Benny.
What's up, Benny? One running back, one receiver, one flex. Algier, Singletary, or Corum. Ugh.
I have two of these on the sneaky starts.
I'm guessing Corum is not one of them.
What's that?
I'm guessing Corum isn't one of the two.
You're correct. But Algier has the better matchup against the Saints. I mean, these guys are both touchdown or bust, right? Like if they don't score, what are you really getting from these guys? But at least Algier gets the Saints. I'll probably go Algier.
Yeah, the thing is, this week, because of the matchup, Algier probably gets the nod. All right, we need a receiver between Shakir, possibly getting the baby bump, Pearsall, who to catch one pass, and that's a bump, Michael Wilson, or Luther Burden.
I think you got to go Michael Wilson.
And we need to flex too, actually.
Michael Wilson and Shakir.
Sounds good. Darnold or Purdy?
Purdy.
Yeah, those guys are pretty close. Tootin, Sharps, Hodgins. Can't go Dortch. No Dortch, no Coker.
I'll say Tootin if he plays, otherwise Sharps.
Yeah. It is full PPR. If Tootin's good, I would go Tootin. All right. Yeah, what's weird, I see, like, if I go to start, I see those two. I see Benny Black, and then I see the rest. But on the live, it doesn't show those.
All right, I think, and then John was next, so we should be caught up.
Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. Okay, you recognize this
now. It's weird.
Isn't this Cody? This is Cody Greenwood. Am I right?
Yeah. Why is it doing that? Can we?
So for some reason, it's showing instead of the names, it's showing like the handles, the YouTube handles. I don't know if that's something they changed. I don't know. We didn't do anything.
Yeah. Why though? Let me go into YouTube Studio and see if that's something in the.
I think they're adding a lot of like features and stuff because like now, like every time I log into StreamYard, it has some sort of a pop up of like new this, new that. I feel like they're tweaking a lot of things, which is good, right? They're making it better. But I wonder.
Well, I'm wondering if it's a StreamYard thing or a YouTube thing.
Oh, well, I guess it could be.
Yeah, because see, when I go into YouTube, I see everybody with their handles. So I don't think it's a StreamYard thing. I think it's a YouTube thing.
Well, then we're gonna do our best to figure out. But I know this is Cody because I recognize the avatar and he's got the 3 lineups. So here we go. Baker, JT, Genty, Nico, Wilson, Hunter, Henry, Judkins, AJB on the bench is Burrow. Okay, so Burrow plays Burrow over Baker.
Probably, I think you got to, right? I think you got to.
Yeah, and Baker not in a great spot. And then Bucky, I don't think Bucky's playing. Benson is Benson. I don't think Benson's playing. I know he's practicing, but doesn't mean he's going to play this week.
Yeah, I would. If Bucky does play, though, I don't know. Would I put him over? I don't love Genty this week.
Man, if he
plays, I would definitely put Bucky over Judkins. I know that.
Right. Yeah, if Bucky plays, I could put him over Judkins, but I just don't think that'll happen. Okay, what about number 2? Hurts, JT, Bijan, CD, Devontae, Schultz, Jones, Judkins again. Pittman is the only one on the bench. Flex Pittman over Judkins.
I think I flex him over Aaron Jones. I think I have Aaron Jones lower than Judkins this week. Can't feel good about Aaron Jones against the Packers.
Revenge game? No. Okay. And then team number 3, Purdy, JT.
This one I can say no. I'm not starting Danny Dimes over Purdy, and I don't even know who I would start Tez over.
Yeah. All right. So this is easy no. All right. Let's get to Bob. We know it's Bob. It's Bob Ruhlman. Rest of the season, name a few top QBs, top 20 running backs, top 30 receivers you think have the best chance to go off and to bust. Bob, that's a lot to unpack for a 2-hour stream. So let's pick a couple of players.
Top 20 running backs and top 30 wide receiver.
Well, I don't think he means
a few.
Yeah, a few.
I'll say Brock Purdy, Jackson Dart at QB. I'll say Travion Henderson, Kenneth Walker, running back. Best chances to go off. Jamison Williams. Trying to think who did I put on that? I talked about these guys on the video this week. Jamison Williams. I like Juwan Jennings. I think has a chance to really go off. I said Purdy, but also Jennings. Say Jennings.
Actually, I'll throw a guy who I like this week a lot. It could continue it. Is Chris Olave. Don't just like his matchup this week, but all the things I say in the video, they apply to the rest of the season. I think he could be a wide receiver 1, potentially the rest of the season. Low end, but still. And look, I'm going to wait this week. But really, if Ricky Pearsall gets closer to 100%, he's out there. He was super efficient when he was playing early in the season. And Purdy back in this offense at full strength, Pearsall could wind up being really good over the final couple of weeks where it matters most. So that's a kind of a sneaky pick for me. All right, Rusty, Dak or Goff?
I think you got to go Goff this week at home against the Giants.
Yeah, not feeling Dak. Igbuka or Michael Wilson?
I'm going Igbuka.
Yeah, gotta go Igbuka. Benson or Judkins if Benson plays?
I'll still go Judkins either way.
Yeah, a little too soon. All right, Juan Pablo Guerrero, welcome back. Needs 2. Pearsall, Watson, Tez, Yoshi Tootin.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Watson and Yoshi.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, I like Pearsall after this week.
Maybe,
Jake,
hopefully.
oh well, yeah. I'm optimistic about him. Jake the Snake needs a defense. Browns, Steelers, Jags, Raiders.
I mean, I think you got to go Browns against whatever terrible team they play this week. I can't even remember, but I know it's
Well, it's the
terrible. I know
Browns
it's
and
a
the
great match.
Raiders play each other, right?
What's that?
Browns and
Oh,
Raiders
that's
play
right.
each other.
They get the Raiders.
Yeah, it's one of those teams in that game. Again, if you want to take a chance, not that the Raiders defense is good, but if Shedeur Sanders is really that bad, you're going to want the Raiders defense. I mean, it just might be worth finding out. The Browns are the better defense, though. All right, let's do Alex Bellevue. 1 running back and 2 flexes. This is non-PPR. Bucky, Monty, Woody, Judkins, Tet.
Okay, assuming they all play,
Right.
I would rank Bucky, Woody, Judkins. Wait, no, Tet. Oh, sorry. I would rank Tet, Bucky, Woody, Judkins. So if Bucky is out, I play Judkins. Otherwise, I play Bucky, basically.
There you go. Jay, again, needs a running back. Aaron Jones, Ashton Genty, or Kenneth Walker.
Oh, man. Ashton Genty.
There's only one right answer here. But look, you admit you're not feeling Genty this week, and neither am I. And
I know, but you don't want to get too look. Okay, I know. Ashton Genty is not Derrick Henry. But last week we were like, hey, it's the Browns, it's a tough run defense. You know, he only had like 20 yards the last time they played. He went out there, had a great game against them. Like, I don't think I can put Walker over Genty. I can't.
I mean, the one thing is Genty is heavily involved as a pass catcher, right? And Walker isn't. So,
and I don't have to worry about like Raheem Mostert vulturing touchdowns from him or what, like Charbonnet. Like, no, I know Kenneth Walker has the better matchup, but man, it's just it's still risk that we get bamboozled, and it's like Charbonnet gets 15 carries this week.
Oh, I know. Like I said, I'm ready to be hurt again. Genty is the logical choice. If you want to roll the dice or go for the boom, then you can go Walker. Bobby Brook. 6-5. All right, let's see. You have a good team. I'm surprised. So, who would you drop to fill the kicker spot? Oh boy. Love, Burrow, Jacobs, Javonte, Dowdle, Kamara, Benson, Wilson, Rice, JJ, Ted, Pittman, Sutton, Watson. Now, obviously, if Burrow comes back, Love becomes droppable.
Yeah, if Burrow plays, Love is droppable for sure.
Doesn't.
If he doesn't, assuming Jacobs. Well, I mean, you have Jacobs, so I would, if you have to pick up a kicker, I would just drop Benson. Is he even going to play this week? Like, if you drop Benson this week and he doesn't play, can't you just get him next week? But my guess is Burrow's going to play, and you could just drop Love. So just wait. You don't need a kicker right this second.
Well, yeah. Wait until like Saturday to do this, or Saturday night. But
yeah, wait until they say Burrow's starting for sure, which they probably will say tomorrow or Saturday. Yeah.
Well, that's true. Because even if they like today or like Benson's playing, he's a starter. He's still the 4th or 5th running back on your depth chart. Like, you're not starting him over Rico or Javonte or Jacobs. So yeah, maybe try to trade him. Bobby also wants to know, what about picking up Hampton if he's just out there?
Yeah, I think you should definitely pick up Hampton if you can just add him for free off the waiver wire. Definitely.
Doesn't hurt. All right. And Dodger Beast. 2 parts
Is this Elijah?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Recognize
weird that
that
it did
picture. This
that.
is Elijah. What's
Did we
that?
find out why it's doing this?
No, I don't know why. But it's not everybody. Like I see some that are and some that I don't know why. Weird.
It's been a very strange year. Asking for JT. Of course they are. Lineup is Dart, Taylor, Dowdle, Nico, Devonta, Chase Brown, Tyler Warren, bench. My interest from his team is King. All right, so this comes down to the question: like, is there any reason to trade JT?
I mean, there's no reason to trade JT. I will say, if there is a reason, if you're going to talk yourself into a reason, it's that the Colts have a brutal rest of season schedule. They get the Chiefs this week. That's obviously tough. Then the Texans, then the Jags, then the Seahawks. They do get the 49ers at least, so that's a nice, easy one there. Then they get the Jags again. Or no, sorry. Yeah, then they get the Jags again, and then if you play in Week 18, they get the Texans. So pretty brutal rest of season schedule, but still, that's not going to be enough for me to trade JT. I mean, if I'm going to trade JT, I at least need Achan plus. Like I need Achan. I doubt you're going to get Achan and JSN, but I need Achan and something else.
Yeah, it's I mean, you have. I mean, I guess look, because you have Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle, you have still two really good running backs, not JT quite level. You have Walker on the bench, maybe. So I guess if you get look to me, okay, if you can get JSN as part of a package, that would be the only way. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. In Lucero, Caleb Williams or Jacoby Brissett?
I think I'm going to go Caleb. I mean, I do like Jacoby Brissett this week, but not over Caleb Williams.
Right. Washington or Mooney?
Parker Washington? I think I would just go Mooney.
Wait, which
can't
Washington?
say I love Mooney. I was going to put Mooney on the sneaky starts. And then when I looked into that game, not only did Mooney do nothing in that last game that Kirk Cousins played, he was like fourth on the team in targets. Like Kadarius Hodge. Remember Drake London didn't play in that game either against the Dolphins. Darryl Hodge had like 8 targets. Pitts had 9. Like 2 other guys had more targets than Mooney. It was pretty bad.
Yeah. Just take a chance. Mooney getting a ton of targets, but I'm looking at Washington. They can't be Malik Washington because the Dolphins are on bye this week.
Parker Washington.
Washington. Whatever. Never had it so good. Henderson or Javonte?
I'm taking the chance on Henderson this week. Look, Ramondre, it's still not guaranteed he'll be back. He's been limited in both practices with a toe. It's not for sure he'll be back. It sounds like he probably is pushing to play, but I don't care. I'm taking a chance on Henderson.
It's the Bengals. You have to. You also, well, you don't have to, but it would be nice. You do like Scott Young recommends, hit the like button. Appreciate everyone. Remember, you're on here. It's easy to forget. Don't forget. Click that like button. If you haven't subscribed, good time to do it. All right. Know who this is. It's OG, Fly Ass Kane. Good evening. Finally dropped QJ. Ended up with Mac Hollins.
Yeah, I would go back to QJ. It sounds very, very, very likely that Kayshon Boutte is playing this week. So I would pick QJ back up.
Yeah. I think, the Hollins thing was fun for a couple of weeks, but
and it wasn't even like Mac Hollins. Like it's weird sometimes when you're watching the game. Like I remember I was watching the game last week, and it's like, man, maybe we should have said yes to Mac Hollins more. It feels like he's really involved. And then you look at the end of the day, it's like he had 4 catches for 64 yards. Like, oh, he really didn't even do anything.
Yeah. You can pivot back or pick up somebody else. Like you don't have to go pick up a QJ. Maybe there's somebody else out there who's better. All right. I will. This, which again, don't know, it says an L, but the user handle here is Sasiri133. All right. I will choose you. 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex. Saquon Woody, Emmanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker, AJB, Nico, Olave, Pittman, Metcalf, Dobbs, Wilson.
We need 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. I go Nico Olave at wide receiver. Assuming they're all starting running backs this week, I would rank them Saquon, Emmanuel Wilson, Woody, Sean Tucker. But what if Jacobs and Bucky play? I might just go Saquon and just play Woody tonight and not risk it. I like Woody enough. I might just play Woody tonight. And then I think, flex is tough between Pittman and Michael Wilson. I don't love Pittman's matchup, but I don't think I can put Michael Wilson over Pittman, can I? Just because of last week? I don't know. I'll go Pittman.
All right. Which, by the way, I looked it up because, I'm curious. Apparently, this has been going on a couple months, the whole handle thing. They're switching from usernames to handles to avoid impersonation.
But it hasn't happened. We haven't seen it until now.
Well, it says it's a gradual rollout. So some channels see it, some won't, some users, so that's weird.
That's weird. Actually, I see he's got AJ Brown. I wonder if I flex AJ Brown because, it is the Cowboys, but they do play a lot of zone. It's just I don't love Pittman's matchup this week. It's the Cowboys. It's such a good matchup for AJB. I don't know. Maybe I'll flex AJB. It's close between AJB, Pittman, and Wilson. Although maybe Jacobs sits and you can just flex Emmanuel Wilson, not to worry about it.
Okay. Well, as far as tonight, Woody, you're saying feel good enough, lock him in.
Yep.
All right. So there's no impersonating Alexander's channel. Pick one. Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, or Woody. You just go Woody.
Yeah, I just go Woody here.
Superflex looking to trade Caleb or Love or Joe Burrow. I don't know. Just not a good time to trade away Joe Burrow.
Well, depends.
Or I guess it could be. It depends if what you're looking for, right? Well, I'd much rather have Joe Burrow than Caleb Williams, Jordan Love.
Yeah, of course, but then it also comes down to so with the rest of your league. So you're going to get more for Joe Burrow, right? You're going to get more for Joe Burrow. So, I guess it depends how high you want to aim here. Like if you're like, nah, I just need what did he say? He's looking for running back or wide receiver. If you're like, I just need like a RB2 or a wide receiver 3, then yeah, trade Caleb or Jordan Love. In a super flex league, I think you could get again, Chase Brown. Do we want Bucky Irving? I don't know. You might be able to get Travion Henderson, Rico Dowdle, Brees, guys like that. Maybe Javonte. I think you could get running backs like that. You could probably get wide receivers like T. Higgins, Olave, maybe Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle.
So this will come down to need. Let's go to Jordan now. Jordan Olson. Would you trade the Sun God and Rome Odunze or T-Mac for Chase and Diggs? So swapping Sun God for Chase, pretty close. I don't know. Does this help?
Yeah, I don't even know. This feels very lateral here. Like Odunze Diggs, T-Mac Diggs. I don't know if I have a strong preference. Yeah, Sun God Chase close. I don't really have a strong opinion here. This is like a trade just to trade kind of feeling to me. Let's just make a trade.
Well, yeah, it's like my elite receiver for your elite receiver and your number 2 receiver for my number 2. This is very close. I think I might slightly give the edge to Chase over Sun God. Okay. And then I think I might like Diggs better than, T-Mac. So I guess I would do it, but it's not a huge difference. Furbot needs 2, Genty Warren, Emmanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker.
Again, assuming they are all the starters, I would rank them Emmanuel Wilson, Genty, Sean Tucker, Warren.
Right. If Jacob is out, which I think he will be. I think Wilson is number 1 here for me. I haven't heard it. I don't remember hearing an update on Jalen Warren. You feel like he's playing?
I know he didn't practice yesterday. I don't know about today.
Okay. So we'll wait and see, but I think right now I would say Wilson and Genty, and then we'll see about Warren. Eric Sanchez in half, 1 receiver, 1 flex between Igbuka Nico, Rico Henderson, Javante.
I did just see that Jalen Warren did return to practice, so he may play this week. 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. I'm gonna go Rico and Henderson, especially in half PPR. I know Nico, but I cannot. Like, it's not a smash spot for Nico tonight. I cannot sit Nico or Henderson against the Bengals. I just can't. I cannot sit Rico against the 49ers. I'm playing those guys.
Yeah, and it's half PPR that even makes it more favorable towards the running backs here. All right, new member is at BDubs2810. Appreciate you. Here's the question. Ferg or Pitts?
Pitts this week.
2 running backs, Marks, Warren, Swift, Wilson, assuming Jacobs doesn't play. Oh, he says he has Jacobs. So in that case, you just lock Wilson or Jacobs in either way, right?
Yeah, probably, because I think I got to put Swift over Woody Marks. So I would go. What's that?
You have Swift over Woody Marks?
Yeah, I mean, he just feels a little bit safer to me. It's a good matchup against the Steelers. We know he's going to get the touches there. Even though it's a great matchup against the Bills tonight, it's Woody Marks. So I'm going to go whichever Packers running back plays in Swift.
All right, and then Marks and Swift is close to me. I think Swift is fine, right? He's fine. He's got that floor. I'm a little more adventurous, for better or for worse. I might go Woody Marks. I thought you think Steelers, their defense has been bad, but I looked into it because of another question the user had. Their run defense actually hasn't been bad this year. They're in the lower half, and they only allow 4.3 yards per carry. It's not like a smash spot. Like, Swift is fine. Marks, like, who knows? Baker or Darnold? I prefer Darnold this week, yeah.
Yeah, I don't love Darnold this week, but it does feel like a good spot for him. Yeah, Darnold.
Now, this one's interesting. Dak or Jones? We don't like Dak this week, but I did see Daniel Jones questionable today. Is there any concern there?
I'm not too concerned here. It is a calf, so maybe it does impact his running, which could hurt. And it is a bad matchup against the Chiefs, but Dak has a bad matchup against the Eagles. I'll go Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm definitely nervous about Jones as well. I would have said Jones. Yeah, I mean, I'll still say Jones. I'm down on Dak. Let's keep an eye on that. All right, we have Thomas here. Who's a better stash, Emmanuel Wilson or Monungai? He's like, I don't have to play Wilson.
I feel like I'm pretty sure the Bears have the better. Because, again, I was looking into this for the video this week. Pretty sure the Bears have a better playoff schedule. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, not really. Bears get Cleveland, Green Bay, and San Francisco. Oof. Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay doesn't have a great one either, though. They get Denver. Well, they do get Chicago and Baltimore. I don't know. Why do you drop one of these guys? Especially, these are the tight ends. You're gonna drop them for these tight ends? I might just take this. I might just take the 0. So you take a 0 at tight end?
I mean, you might be taking a 0 anyways if you start these guys.
I mean, I think Wilson's a better stash. I want the running back in the Packers backfield potentially, but I don't really want to drop either.
And I don't really know if it's guaranteed that Brenton Strange plays. He's limited at practice yesterday. I think there's no guarantee he will play. So
I know.
like honestly, you play Mason Taylor, like you're probably getting 0 anyways. So
He'll get you something. He got something last week. He got like 4 catches or something.
well. Steven, just to specify, 171 something. Pearsall or make the booty call.
Well, this is tough. This is actually tough because Pearsall's in a great spot this week. But what kind of usage do we see from Pearsall? Booty, now you say, oh, it's the Bengals, but the Bengals don't give up a ton to wide receivers. Plus, they have a stud corner. DJ Turner, believe it or not, is a stud corner. And he's Diggs kind of is like 50-50 slot outside, whereas Booty is all outside. I don't know, but I after last week, I have trust issues with Pearsall. Like, how can I put Pearsall in my lineup after what we saw last week? I'd probably go Booty.
Yeah, like I said before, I know Pearsall still has great upside, but I don't want to risk it this week. You can't risk it, right? You can't go from 0 to starting. All right, Robert Perkey is back, the one and only. Are you ready? Just Robert alone is like a lightning round because we got so many. Okay, flex picks, Monty or Tucker?
Tucker if Bucky is out. Otherwise, Monty.
And then I think Aaron Jones, Emmanuel Wilson, or Michael Wilson.
It's going to be one of the Wilsons, depending on if Jacobs plays or not.
Yeah, so if Jacobs is out, just go Emmanuel.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would do here. Wandale or Tucker?
Again, if Bucky's out, it's Tucker. Otherwise, Wandale.
Etienne or Walker?
I got to go Etienne.
That one's close, of course. I think I'll go Walker this week. Wandale, Jacoby, or Watson?
I'll probably just take a chance on Watson. I can't say I love Watson this week, but I mean, I don't love Wandale or Jacoby either.
Yeah, I don't love Wandale either. Walker, Chase Brown, or Emmanuel Wilson? That one's
I'll just go Chase Brown here no matter what. One thing about the page, well, first of all, he's probably going to have Joe Burrow back. That's nice. But number 2, Patriots give up a ton in the receiving game to running backs. That's where he makes his living. So I'll go Chase Brown.
Right. He definitely has the highest floor out of all 3 of those, but he also has a decent ceiling. Michael Wilson or Woody?
Ooh, that one is tough. These are all full PPR, right?
Yep. I mean, I think probably Michael Wilson in full PPR.
Yep, that's kind of where I'm leaning. That one's tough. That one is tough because I do really like Woody tonight.
All right, how about this, Woody, J-Mo, or Juwan Jennings?
Ooh, I do like Juwan Jennings, but I think I got to go Jameson Williams against the Giants at home against the Giants. I'm gonna go Jameson Williams.
Yeah, I like J-Mo there, and then Judkins or Emmanuel Wilson.
Same thing. If Jacobs is out, it's Wilson. Otherwise, Judkins.
Then Goff or Dak?
Goff.
All right, Robert, let's get it. Another 20-plus wins. John Shop, you think Goff or Hurts?
I do really like Goff, but I don't think I can put him over Hurts. I'm going to go Hurts.
Yeah, we got to keep Hurts in there. Romeo Dobbs, if ruled out, who should I pick up? There's options. Hollywood or Booty?
So it says Romeo Dobbs. He was limited with a wrist injury. I don't feel like he's going to sit. He practiced still, so. but we'll see. But if he does sit, which I hope not, because I put him on the sneaky starts, I would just take a chance on Booty here. I'm not playing Hollywood.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go Booty here if he's playing. The one, the only Front Street Mopars. Marks, Monty, Emmanuel Wilson.
I mean, I'd probably just go with Marks tonight, just because what if Jacobs does play? Like, it's sounding like there is a chance. I mean, I guess if you wait, Monty's not a terrible option this week, so maybe it's okay to wait. But I don't know. I kind of just want to play Marks tonight against the Bills.
That's a good point, because I was just going to say, well, I prefer Wilson, but you're right. If you wait, then you don't get Marks. And then what if you don't have Wilson? And Monty is okay, but he's only been okay, barely. So I'm fine with Marks. Michael Marowitz, Ferg, Schultz, or Fant? Does Fant become more interesting with Burrow?
I mean, a little bit, but I'll still go Schultz here. Schultz has been so good with Davis Mills. I'm going to play Schultz.
And Fant might need to be more interesting again without Jamar Chase. But it's still the Patriots defense. They're actually really tough in general and tough against tight ends too. So it's not enough for me. Woody, Watson, or Wilson?
Again, I would prefer Wilson, but I think I'll probably just play Woody here and not chance it.
Right. Same thing applies. Billy Joe Billingsley, Odunze or Wandale?
Odunze.
Yeah, this week definitely Odunze. Well, most weeks. And another league, Dak or Caleb?
Caleb.
All right. Let's get to, well, thank you. This is right. We're just now caught up to the ones from before we went live. Jerry DeMook, also one of a kind. Thank you. Happy start of week 12.
Yes.
You never believe it. This is from this is a unique handle, so no one can imitate our boy Juice. It's not Juice. Should I take a swing on Taysom Hill or play AJ Barner? We got a Taysom Hill question from a non-Saints fan.
Wow. No, I'll play AJ Barner. I'll take a chance on AJ Barner here.
Yeah. Although didn't we declare it's Taysom week yesterday? We'll see.
Well, it probably is, because I'm really high on Alvin Kamara this week, so that means it's going to be Taysom.
It's a kiss of death, and I picked Chris Olave. Like, that's it, done. We're toast.
Yeah.
Ginyu Force. Thank you, Molly Wop. Always for the reminder. Ginyu wants to know need a tight end, 2 receivers in the flex. Nico, Pierce, Ted, K9, Otten, Loveland.
All right, I'm going to go Otten at tight end, Nico and Tet at wide receiver, and I'll flex Walker.
All right, and let's get to Bert Bigsby. When are the Coker TEs going to hit on draft lane?
You've been doing it every week since Chris said it. What?
You said Coker TDs?
On draft lane?
I
don't know. Not sure. I'm not sure what you mean here, Bert. But if this happened, I have forgotten all about it.
Maybe stop holding out for the Coker TDs. I don't think they're coming.
Yeah.
All right. Boom. Creighton Tong needs wide receiver help on the wire. Got Yosevich, Jaden Higgins, Dortch. Currently got, I believe, Matt Collins, Watson, Pickens starting. Mac, right? Mac.
Yeah, I'm not rolling out Mac Hollins with Booty playing this week. I'll go Yosevich. Yeah.
Yosevich is the one here. I mean, even if Burrow doesn't play, because Chase is out, and just replace him. Not that he's a replacement for Jamar Chase, but you know what I mean. All right, and then this is Get Silly, 239. Woody or Brees?
This one's tough. I don't know. I probably feel a little safer with Brees. But Baltimore, not terrible anymore. I mean, Woody does get the Bills. This is tough. This is really tough for me. I don't know. I've been feeling Woody this week. Doesn't mean I'm right. But the Bills' run defense is so bad. He still is dominating the backfield here. I don't love Brees this week. I might go Woody.
Yeah, not feeling a big Brees week necessarily either. So let's go Woody. Let's see if the matchup pays off. Poom had another question. Pick up Emmanuel Wilson or just go Monangai?
No, I'd pick up Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. All right, and then we have Luis Perez. If Njoku misses, do we start fanning over guys like Theo and AJ Barner?
No, I mean the last 2 weeks, Njoku hasn't even been involved. He scored that touchdown 2 weeks ago, but that was like his only catch. Last week he had like 1 catch for 7 yards. Like, I can't start. I cannot start any. I can barely start Judkins, let alone any Browns pass catcher this week.
Yeah, and I mean, this comment was a while ago. You may not have heard of it. Like I said, even Fannon's route participation drops last week because Tillman is back, and it's not just, and Bond is back. It's not just the tight ends. And, Dylan Gabriel loves throwing to the tight end, and he's not in there. So I'm not starting anybody in that offense. All right, Alexis Armando needs 3: Genty, Judkins, Bijan, or Henderson. Who sits here? It's got to be Judkins, yeah?
Yeah, Judkins sits.
Is Vrabel going to be dumb? Oh, I think he learned his lesson.
Yeah, I don't feel like Vrabel's one of those coaches. He's not one of those coaches that, plays games here.
And for what it's worth, I'm going to give Vrabel a ton of credit. He's got this Patriots team on the way to like a number 1 seed. So, what he's doing is working. All right, Mary Jo. Would you trade Diggs and Aaron Jones for Kyron Williams? Is it too much?
No, I think that's fine. I think you got to prefer Kyron here. I know Diggs has been good lately, but am I going to put Diggs over Kyron? No, I'm not putting Diggs over Kyron rest of the season. This is fine. Get Kyron.
And this, I don't know if this is your 8 or 10 teamer, but we know, he's got more shallow leagues. Better to have a good player. I think that's fine. Chief Perp, Emmanuel Wilson or Michael Wilson? Half PPR.
If Jacobs is out, Emmanuel Wilson. Otherwise, Michael.
Right. If, of course. I think, at this point, understood. All Emmanuel Wilson questions are only if Jacobs is out. So there you go. All right. The Absolute Ghost 95. Thanks always for helping. Amazing content. Thank you. Well, thank you for watching. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
It's a 14-teamer. Judkins or Woody tonight?
Let's go Woody against the Bills. Let's go Woody. Tonight's your night.
Yeah, right. Let's hope. Bench. You got to bench either Buka Diggs or JJ. Could you possibly bench Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, I think I'm benching Jefferson here. I cannot believe how crazy this is, but Diggs, I don't think you could bench him. And look, Buka has certainly not been as good lately as he was earlier in the season, but so much upside, just too much upside, I think.
What's crazy here, at least feels kind of weird to me, is that Diggs is like the one I definitely want to start the most out of this group this week. Yeah, the matchup isn't good. The quarterback's not good. I'm not benching Jefferson if I don't have to, but in this case, you have stud running receivers. Let's do it. So this is a little easier. A+ toys, Woody or Devin Singletary?
Woody.
Yeah. Esteban Garcia. If Dart starts, does he start over Brissett? Not a great matchup on the road against Detroit, but he's got the rushing floor, right? He's more like a floor play. I feel like he's always a floor play.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Brissett, like, what is
The
Brissett?
worry with Brissett is like, can he really keep this going? Right? Like, how long can he keep this going for? Like, when are the wheels gonna fall off? Like, is this a week where the wheels fall off and he doesn't throw any touchdowns and throws like 3 interceptions? Kind of like Joe Flacco last
Joe
week, right?
Flacco. I was
Like,
gonna say the gas tank is on empty.
is this the week that he runs it? That the wheels fall off, but it's not a bad matchup for Brissett. He's been so good. I think I just go with Brissett.
Yeah, I think so, at least because, like I said, I don't love Dart this week. He's like a floor play, which is fine. Nothing wrong with taking that. And like Brissett doesn't have a crazy ceiling, although after last week, you might be like, what do you mean? But at least he does have something, some sort of a ceiling. Back to in Lucero, Manungai or Schultz at the flex.
The eternal question. The tight end who will get you like 10, 11, 12 points. Or the running back who could get you like 4 or 5 points, or 12 to 15 if he scores. What do you want? Full PPR. I don't know. Can I put Schultz? I mean, it's not a fantastic spot for the Bears this week.
But yeah, I don't like Schultz this week. The Bills are really tough against tight ends. I
mean, they are, but he gets so many targets that it's almost like, does it even matter? I don't know. Again, it's. I mean, I think Schultz has a higher floor, honestly. Because if Manungai doesn't score, what are you getting? You're getting like 30 yards and a catch. You know what I mean? I think Schultz can get 30 yards and a couple catches. But Manungai could score, so I don't know. I probably do Manungai, but yeah, this is, I can't even say it's floor versus ceiling because Manungai doesn't have a ceiling, but it's like floor versus potentially a higher floor, but also a lower floor. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes sense in my head.
Yeah, it's like if we're going up the Empire State Building, one of these guys could get off on the 5th floor and the other guy could get off at the 6th floor. And in the end, doesn't really make a difference. I'm going Manungai. I'm worried enough about Schultz. Bills are actually the toughest against tight ends, and it's just not going to be a high-scoring game. Mark Wassman, more tight end talk. Burger Pitts. And then Raul Castellanos, what's up? 1 running back, 2 receivers, and a flex. Etienne, Emmanuel Wilson, Nico Cedi, Olave.
I'm going to go. I think I'm just going to go Etienne no matter what at running back. Don't really have to worry about it. Nico Cedi at wide receiver, and then I'm going to flex Olave. So I'm just going to sit Emmanuel Wilson even if Jacobs is out.
Yeah, exactly. You only need to sit one, so let's sit Wilson. All right, Esteban has Herbert. Needs a quarterback. Has Burrow. Maybe you don't need another quarterback. Also picked up Brissett.
Well, you definitely don't need another quarterback.
Now you have too many quarterbacks. Ben Student, well,
again, okay, so I'm going to say we kind of had this earlier, not exactly these players, but kind of similar here. Like, look, whatever tight ends are on waiver wire right now are probably going to be on waiver wire on Saturday, because if they haven't been picked up yet, they're probably not getting picked up. Like, there's probably not a team out there, unless something happens like, Brock Bowers re-injures his knee in practice tomorrow. And then it's like, okay, now the team of Brock Bowers has to go get a tight end. But barring something crazy, whatever tight ends are on your waiver wire today are probably still going to be there on Saturday. If Burrow plays, you can just drop Brissett and pick up a tight end, which is probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, and the thing is, you said it picked up Brissett. He was out there. He'll still be out there if you need him, I would assume. So let's just wait and see if Burrow plays. All right, how about this? Talk about the matchup tonight in quarterback. Thomas, D253. Could see the Texans, doing what they do, playing good defense and not a lot of offense. Could you go Purdy over Josh Allen? I know the answer, but go ahead.
No, I could not.
All right. Well, someone earlier asked yesterday someone had Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. Okay, I'll go Lamar Jackson over Josh Allen. Drake May, maybe just for that floor. I could go Drake May. Purdy, no. I think it's too deep. Well, this is back to Esteban. He said also has BTJ and Alec Pierce. But I don't think that changes the answer.
No.
Let's see. Okay. Phil the Vibe, what's up? Needs help in the money league. Oh yeah, we need to win. You're in Bengals territory here. You need to win out. Ben Shahid, Marks, Pearsall. Not much you can do here.
Oh man, you can't. Addison and Jameson. I really wish we could get Marks in, but I guess you're good here. Not much you can do.
Yeah. All right. Chief Perp. Dimes, Dart, and JD. Would you drop one to stash a Burrow? Yeah.
Yeah, you could drop JD5. Burrow's coming back already.
Yeah. Might as well. Or look, drop Dart. You're not going to play Dart this week because between Dimes and Dart, I prefer Dimes. And if Burrow plays, you don't need either of them. So yeah, you can drop any of them. But Myers, Vidal, or one of those QBs, no, drop a quarterback. You don't need 4 quarterbacks. What about Jordan now? Henry or Goddard? Try Hunter Henry and see if he smashes the Bengals.
Can I put Hunter Henry over Goddard, though? I don't think so. This is still as we learned last week, just because you're playing the Bengals does not mean you're guaranteed to smash. I think I would still go Goddard here.
Yeah, Goddard's good enough. Don't have to risk it. Justin Gilbert, without top 2 wide receivers this week. Not good. Pick 2. Pierce, Shaheed, Tez Burden, or Higgins, Jaden Higgins. Hollins, Slayton, Judy, Tillman, Turpin, Tucker. Oh, wait, hold on. Return yard pointed. That makes a big difference if you get points for return yards.
Yeah, but who here runs back kicks?
Turpin for sure. Tucker, I think, does. Trey Tucker, doesn't he?
Does he?
I know
he did with the Saints. I don't know if he still does.
Well, that's a good point. I don't know. Trey Tucker, not too much. He does, but he doesn't really do it very often. So forget that.
I mean, the return yards would have to be significant for me to play Kevontae Turpin because he's not getting you a catch.
Right.
He's just return yards.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Shaheed does enough to make that really valuable as far as return yards. Turpin, I mean, so far this year, a ton of kick return yardage, 833 yards kick return.
Well, that might, I don't know. I don't know how many points you get. I mean, what is that? 83 points? That's only 8 points a game. Less than 8 points.
Better than Jared Judy.
Yeah, but I think I would just go Pierce. I don't know. I think I would. Shaheed kind of in a good spot this week, but I mean, how much is he going to be involved? I don't know. I would probably just go. Slayton playing. What's the latest on Slayton?
Good question. I think he's on the way back from the hamstring. Of course, nothing official
yet.
Yeah,
it says he was limited. He was limited today.
Yeah, he didn't practice yesterday, so
I might just go Pierce and Slayton if he plays.
Yeah, if he plays, I'll look between these choices. Pierce, and then I'll go Turpin. Assuming you get a significant return yardage, like if it's equivalent to receiving yards. But you never know. Raul Gomez. Bucky for Olave to get Olave.
You know what? At this point, I think I would just take Olave. Just give me Olave. I don't have to deal with this Bucky Irving hassle.
Yep. Bucky probably not playing this week, but even besides that, like I said, I like Olave rest of the season. I think he's going to be very solid. I would just take Olave. Alex Sanchez traded Caleb Williams in a super flex, which he doesn't need because he's the one who has Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Traded Caleb for Warren. Oh, Tyler Warren. Puka owner wants Warren and T-Mac for Puka. Can you flip Warren and T-Mac to get Puka?
Yeah. You do that. No question.
Yeah, that is worth it. Okay, so yes.
Although the thing is, you got Chase, Ibuka, Rome, Nico. Like, man, I don't think you could start all those guys every week, but I still want to get Puka.
Yeah. Puka. You know what? Do it to get Puka and then trade one of your backup receivers to get a decent tight end, or maybe do a 2-for-1. I don't know.
Yeah.
You could trade one of those other guys. All right. But yeah, I think that's good. All right. We have a little less than an hour till kickoff. We still got plenty of chats to get to, so just keep in mind, guys, unless it's a super chat or a member question, we're going to have to probably wait on it. So let's do Jack's World. Have Baker and Dimes at QB. Would like to pick up Purdy or Stafford. Man, I think Jones is. I don't feel like Jones is a guy you have to hold on to anymore.
No, and not only that, I would probably prefer Purdy and Stafford rest of the season over Baker and Jones. So I would drop Baker and Jones to pick up Purdy and Stafford, although I don't really need to pick up both, but you already have 2 QBs, so why not?
Right. Well, that's true. Yeah, I don't really love Daniel Jones this week, not just because he's banged up, not just because he's started to turn the ball over, but also it's a bad game against the Chiefs. Let's go Stafford for sure. If you want to do Purdy for Baker, I think that's fine too. And then in Nick Ty, Yoshi, Bam, or Downs, 10-team PPR.
I'm just going to go Yoshi. I mean, maybe I could consider Bam if Benson's out again. I like Yoshi this week. I'm just going to go Yoshi. It's full PPR. I'll go Yoshi.
Yeah, for a little more upside because Bam is like either he scores or he doesn't. All right, that's it. Doug Fenton, how's it going? Needs 2 running backs in a flex between Henderson, Marks, Hunt, Manungai. Also has Bucky. I don't know if he's playing. You got to play Henderson. You just go with Marks. And then,
yeah, definitely play Marks tonight. Got to go Henderson. I will say if Bucky plays, I can play him over Kareem Hunt and Kyle Manungai. Come on.
Right. Okay. For these guys, yes. If Bucky plays, you play him. If not, what?
If not, I'd probably go Kareem Hunt.
Then Dak or Dart?
Dart.
Yeah. I don't love either, but between those two, it's Dart. Allen R needs a running back, tight end, a quarterback, and a flex. So this one is actually tough. Drake May or Matt Stafford?
I can't really bench Drake May against the Bengals.
I know. This is tough because we picked Stafford to boom. He's in a great spot. He's been great. But yeah, against the Bengals, I think you just have to take what May gives you, even if it's more of a floor game. The floor is so high. Okay, so only one running back between Woody Marks, Emmanuel Wilson, Chase Brown, Aaron Jones.
I'm just going to play Chase Brown.
And then a tight end, it looks like either Juwan or Henry.
Hunter Henry against the Bengals.
And then who do we flex?
Well, we played Chase Brown. I will say, again, it's going to come down to the Wilsons. So if Jacobs is out, I'll play Emmanuel. If Jacobs plays, I'll play Michael.
There you go. You can wait on that. Okay, then we had a super chat from Edgar Padilla. Thank you as always, Edgar. I'm gonna look for, I don't see your question in the immediate area, so we'll keep going to Benzo. Do I trade Singletary and Jefferson for Achan? I mean, basically JJ for Achan.
Yeah, I would do this. No, get Achan. Go get Achan. Achan's been awesome. No worries. No worries with Achan.
All right. Crazy times. We're trading away Justin Jefferson. All right. So this, again, where I prefer the regular name. This is at MA2TY47.
All right. Yeah, this is terrible. Bring back the regular names, YouTube. This is terrible.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. I just got really sad. Does that mean we're not going to see Libertarian Sasquatch anymore?
Oh, man. Let's hope not. Let's hope this is just temporary.
Unless it's his handle. I mean, I would. Okay. Should I start Tracy Tucker or Tootin?
Tucker if Bucky is out. Otherwise, I think I got to go Tracy over Tootin.
Had Vidal, dropped him this week. Okay. I have Pierce, Mooney, and Wilson who to flex. Probably either Wilson, right? Assuming it's probably Michael Wilson.
Yeah, either Wilson. Either if it's Michael or Emmanuel. Well, I mean, if Jacobs plays, it's not Emmanuel Wilson. I'd go Pierce then.
All right. Then John Wickering again. See, that's weird because earlier it was his name and now it's the handle. I appreciate you guys on the content putting it every day. Well, John, trust me, we appreciate you being on here every day. FYI, grab Tucker just in case Bucky doesn't play. Okay.
Nice.
When you see the teams, you'll understand. Okay, so when we see the teams, I don't think I've skipped them, so we'll keep an eye out for your team, John. Grab Tucker. That's a smart move. Slice one was offered Brees and Ladd for Cook and Troy Franklin. Worried about Cook's schedule.
Yeah, I mean, James Cook does have a tough rest of season schedule, but I mean, Brees and Ladd, I don't think that's enough for James Cook.
I mean, look, you can be worried about Cook, but you really feel as good or better about Brees? I don't think there's still a downgrade at running back, you know? I only do this if, like if Troy Franklin is like your wide receiver 2, okay, I'll do it to get the upgrade at receiver with Ladd. But if Franklin's like your 4th, like he's like your flex, and you're good enough at receiver, I don't think I would do it. All right, here's the $1 million question for tonight. The serial killer. You can tell, right? Looks like some serious cereal being killed there in that picture. Are we starting Tyrell Shavers?
I'm not. Against the Texans, I'm not.
Not this week. Too soon. All right, what about Jay? Just going to go with that. He true to his handle, though. It's AJ. 14, deep PPR. Traded CMC. What? And DJ Moore for Chase and Kyron. Well, at least you got Chase. I mean, I guess it's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible deal. You got Chase and you got Kyron, but I mean, I guess if I'm going to trade CMC, this is kind of what I want. It's kind of what I want.
Yeah, I mean, at least you have 2 really good running backs still. You got Chase. Yeah, I see, because you're not really that well. Yeah, you're not deep at receiver. I think in context, it does make more sense because your receivers, no offense, were a little sketchy. I know it's a 14-teamer. It's a deeper league. So, yeah, I actually think this is good. All right, Mark Wassman now. Flex Ferg or Mooney?
I think I have to go Mooney here. I mean, it's hard for me to say a tight end unless it's like the other choice is somebody who barely does anything. Mooney should get the targets here, and it's not a great matchup for Ferg. I'll go Mooney.
Take a chance. Take a chance on that huge target share. All right. I'm going to keep it moving here as we get closer to kickoff. Let's do a couple of the regular comments. Kevin Trotter is back. How you been, Kevin? Bryce Young or Jordan Love?
You got to go Jordan Love still. I I could see Bryce Young having another nice game, but there's always a risk that Bryce Young is horrendous.
Right. RDE 409 defense question. I know, but this is interesting. The bad defense with a great matchup, or the great defense with a terrible matchup?
That is tough.
Texans are legit, but I mean, really, how much are they going to get to Josh Allen? You know, it's like I think I'd just take a chance on Kirk Cousins turning it over.
Yeah, I mean, Saints probably your safer bet this week. It's hard not to play the Texans, but it's Buffalo.
Yeah. Let's do Karen Cooney, because if I remember, she said she's a Canes fan. All questions are free if that's the case. Juwan Barner or Gadsden to stash flex?
I'm stashing Gadsden, but you can't really flex him this week, of course, but I'm stashing Gadsden.
Right. Gadsden's the one. Nino Mars, James Cook, or Javonte Williams?
James Cook.
All right, hooks. In a 12-teamer, ranked 7th. We need a win here. Got McConkey, Wandale, Jennings, Watson, London. Is it worth offloading London? What would you? I guess he's asking what to get here. You do need help now. McConkey is on bye. Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of have to if this is your receiver room and you need to win.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably going to have to take a little bit of a downgrade here, but like if I can get Chris Olave, if I can get Devontae Adams, T. Higgins, you know, guys like that. Obviously, Waddle doesn't help you this week. So, but if I can get guys like that, I think you got to do it. I think you have to. You have to.
Yeah. Maybe you could get Nico Collins. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to get Nico Collins, you got to do it in about 20, 30 minutes.
That's true. All right. But yeah, I think you need to do this because London not helping this week. McConkey is out. You need to win. You can't afford to just sit and wait. All right, now it's Mr. Gabriel Sosa. Welcome back. You lied. You made one more trade. Traded Ferg for Ted. That's a good trade.
Yeah, it's a good trade.
All right, so we need a running back, 2 receivers, tight end, and a flex. Jones, Walker, Alvin Kamara.
I assume Tyrone Tracy Jr., Devontae Adams, Ted, Michael Wilson, Watson.
Adams. Is that Adams, Ted, Wilson, Watson?
You got to go Adams and Ted at wide receiver. You know I'm going Alvin Kamara. You're probably going to go Walker at running back. But I'll probably just flex Walker anyway, so it won't even matter. Oh, wait, no, Michael Wilson? No, I'm going to flex. Assuming full PPR, I'll flex Michael Wilson. So I'll go Kamara at running back, Adams, Ted, Wilson at the flex, Theo Johnson over Brock Wright.
Yeah, Theo Johnson it is. All right, Javier Fiber Seal. What's up with Jacobs limited? Would you sit Marks tonight and wait if Jacobs doesn't play? Have Monty?
I would probably just roll with Marks tonight. I mean, Monty's okay, but I really don't feel like Jacobs is going to play, right?
I think Marks is fine tonight. Monty should be a safer call, but he's not. And if Burrow plays, play him over Caleb? Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Then we have Kenneth Uko. Needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flexes. Bijan, Kyron, Marks, Judkins, Rice, Ted, Wilson, Jacoby.
All right, running back is going to be Bijan and Kyron. Wide receiver is going to be Rice and Tet. I'm going to flex Woody Marks and Michael Wilson.
There you go. Yeah, I'm looking at this. It looks like we're only benching 2, so you're benching Jacoby and Judkins. All right, and then let's do Phil's other league. Phil the Vibe, better record here. And he changes, got Marks on the bench, Pittman. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but I mean, I like Dobbs this week, but I can't. I'm going to put Pittman over Dobbs. BTJ, I'm going to flex Marks over. Well, don't flex Marks over BTJ. Put like Marks at RB2 and flex Walker over BTJ.
Right. Yeah, let's do that. I was going to say I want Marks over those guys. And then, all right. Here's John. John got the squad too. So, team 1, Hurts, JT Genty, Igbuka, Diggs, Kittle, Devonta Smith, the Raiders. A kicker. Okay, there's Sean Tucker. I think this is his team because he talked about picking up Tucker. All right, now I got to find the other one. Here it is. You ready?
Yeah.
Here's team 2.
So what are we saying here? Are we trying to say who's going to win?
Remember, he's for some reason already in the playoffs. It's 2-week playoff. Right. Which team you like better? I like team 1 better.
This team might not even have Bucky this week, so they're probably going to have to roll out. I don't even know who are they going to roll out if Bucky's out because Vidal's on bye. I like your team better. Even if Bucky plays, I like your team better.
Yeah, not even just saying because it's your team. I like team 1 better. And that was a smart move, especially like you said, if Bucky doesn't play, you kind of screwed him over, which is very smart. So
playing defense, nice. the few times you can play defense in fantasy football.
I love it. That's part of it. That's how we roll. That's the end game philosophy. All right, and then there's another one from Nick Ty, Mooney, Yoshi, Jacoby, or Downs or Tucker. As a wide receiver 2?
I think you got to go Mooney here. He should get the targets, right? He should. I think out of this group, I got to go Mooney.
Yeah, take a chance here. Take a chance on Mooney. All right, here's Phil. Another 4-7 team. Kamara's on the bench. Michael Wilson's on the bench. Pearsall. Can't start Pearsall.
Nah. Michael Wilson over Pearsall. Actually, I would put Michael Wilson over Dobbs, and I would put Kamara over Pearsall.
Yep. Jordan Stickman, 24, Hendy or Woody?
I think you got to take a chance on Henderson. I'm taking a chance on Henderson. He's got the type of upside that can win you your week. I don't want that on my bench. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe Ramondre will get annoyingly involved. But I got to find out.
Yeah, it's just annoying he's back at all, but it's the Bengals. Yeah, I don't even think it's risky to start Henderson. All right, Joe Gonzalez, trade Diggs or Adams for London Jacobs with Emmanuel Wilson for Chase Brown. Are these separate things?
Definitely not doing that second trade. I mean, I'm not trading Jacobs for Chase Brown, basically. This is basically Jacobs for Chase Brown because you're only going to start Emmanuel Wilson if Jacobs is out. Not doing that. I'm not doing that first deal either. Like, I would have definitely said, yeah, I'll trade Diggs or Adams for London, but do I really want to be trading for an injured London who we know is missing this week, could miss next week, could miss more, we don't know, and then has to come back to Kirk Cousins? I don't think so. I'm not doing it. It's too risky right now. It's too – like, if this was earlier in the season, I'd be like, trade London. Have a healthy London for the second half. But we're too late in the season now. I'm not actively trading for injured guys if I can help it.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not just that he's hurt, but his quarterback's hurt. And look, as much as we think Penix wasn't great this year, he threw the ball to Drake London as much as he possibly could. So, no. Jack's World dropped the super chat. Thank you, Jack. Looking for your question. We'll see if we find it. Let's keep going to KLJ. D2 Jennings or Michael Wilson. I believe you meant for a receiver.
This is tough because I really do like Jennings this week. But I think I still have to go with what we saw last week. I think I got to go Michael Wilson. It's just him and Trey McBride. I'll go Michael Wilson here.
Yep. I like Michael Wilson better. All right. Just because I love pizza that much. David Reekers, Swift or Woody Marks?
Didn't we have this earlier? I don't know. I'll go. Maybe not, but I do like Swift this week. But I think I want to take a chance on Woody Marks.
Yeah, I'd go Marks here. No, love Swift matchup. Michael Wilson or Ibuka.
I still got to go with Buka. I know Buka hasn't been great, but there's just way too much upside.
Yeah. All right. Then we got S. Troyer, Warren, or Emmanuel Wilson.
No, if Jacobs is out, I'll go Emmanuel Wilson. Otherwise, if Jacobs plays, you got to play Warren.
All right. And then next is another team by Phil. Phil the vibe. Bench. We got Pearsall in there again. We're really optimistic about Pearsall. I like Pearsall, but I'm not playing him this week.
Yeah, but then you look at the bench: Manungai, BTJ, Andrews.
Yeah, we got Sharps at the flex. Man.
I mean, you might have to play Pierce. I mean, I guess you could roll with Manungai and hope for that touchdown.
Man.
Is there any chance? I actually do think if Brian Thomas Jr. plays, I would play him over these guys.
Over like Charbonnet? Yes. So let's see what happens. TF Flyer. You got to sit either Henry, Javonte, Chase Brown, or Woody.
Well, I like Woody, but not over these guys. You got to sit Woody.
Yeah, that's too good of a running back room. You can sit Woody here. All right, this might be too good of a wide receiver room. Not sure how. Sparkle Star can only pick one between Nico, T. Higgins, or Ibuka.
Only one? Oh my goodness. I think with Davis Mills going, I'm just playing Nico tonight. I know it's the Bills. It's not like a fantastic spot, but he's been so good with Davis Mills. I think I'm just going to go Nico.
Yeah, because I know T. Higgins think he's in a great spot with Chase out and Burrow potentially coming back, but he's got a really tough matchup with that Pats defense and Gonzalez. So still a good option, but Nico with a higher ceiling. All right, there's Juice. I don't know if this is this probably is legitimately a question because he probably picked up Burrow for nothing and he already had Allen. Could you go Burrow over Allen, or is that too risky?
I'm still going to go Allen.
Thing is, Josh Allen's playing in 30 minutes, and if Joe Burrow doesn't play, then you're screwed. So
that's true.
It's a little risky. Like they haven't said for sure Burrow is playing. So Jesus Tapia, Dak, CMC, Henderson, Lamb, Puka, Bowers, Rice. On the bench are a lot of Tampa Bay Bucks and Breece Hall. They're offering Jamar Chase for Breece and Rice. Man, so I'm just trying to process. So you would have Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, and CeeDee Lamb as your receivers. Is that right? In a 12-teamer.
Yeah.
That's insane. You know what? I'd do it. I would do it because you need basically the three best receivers in all of football. It doesn't affect your running back room because you weren't starting Breece anyways. I think I would do it.
I do really like Rice rest of the season. The Chiefs have a phenomenal schedule.
Yeah, but Jamar Chase. It's Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I guess. So you're just going to have CMC Henderson at running back. That's it. It's going to be all your running backs.
You know what? You just pick up Brian Robinson and you're good.
All right, I guess do it.
Josh Nelson. Ooh, the Texans or looking at waivers. Well, we'll say again, the Raiders and the Browns, right? They play each other. Those are both good options.
Yeah, I doubt the Browns are on waivers. Maybe the Raiders.
Probably. Nobody had the Raiders last week because they played the Cowboys. Okay. A lot of people asking this, and Cody's asking. Some people earlier asked, is it people have dropped Vidal looking to drop Vidal. I know he's on bye, and then worried about Hampton. Are you dropping Vidal?
No, I'm not dropping Vidal yet. I mean, yes, next week seems like the most realistic, like when I always kind of felt like Hampton could be back. But that doesn't mean he's going to be back next week. Let's not drop Vidal yet.
I have Vidal in a few leagues. I'm not dropping him, but it depends how shallow your league is. But don't drop him just for the sake of dropping him. You know, that's what some people are like.
Right.
He's worthless. Let me just drop him. Like, don't do that. All right, this is. I feel like I have to say this in a certain way. Shut your mouth. One receiver,
right.
one flex. Pierce, Wilson, and Pierce all.
I'm going to go the first two.
Yeah. Pierce all a little too risky. Bobby Brook, once again. What? My Wi-Fi is bad. Okay. I had to listen to your advice tomorrow. You suggested picking up Amari and Hampton. Who would you drop for Hampton of these guys?
Well, assuming you don't have Jacobs, but you might have Jacobs because you are a Packers fan, so you might have Jacobs.
I think he does have Jacobs, if I remember.
I mean, look, I think I can drop Christian Watson. I like Christian Watson, but to get a potential running back like Omari and Hampton, I think I can drop Christian Watson.
Yeah, and I remember he has 4 like really good running backs. Remember, he was like Trey Benson was like his 6th running back, and I was like, well, Trey Benson's never going to start for you, even if he plays. So like, I don't want to drop Emmanuel Wilson, especially if you have Jacobs. But then you probably aren't even needing to play Emmanuel Wilson because he has like Rico Dowdle and he has somebody else. So like, I could drop Wilson, but then do you need Watson? Probably not. Probably Watson's the guy. I know. Sorry, Packers.
I know.
He has enough Packers. Actually, you know what? I think the same thing applies. We had told him to drop Jordan Love because Burrow is coming back, but I don't think you need Watson. CS, Jennings or Shakir?
Jennings.
Just because of the matchup. Shakir not in a great spot. What's up, Rise? Rise above anything. Swift or Emmanuel Wilson?
If Jacobs is out, I'll go Emmanuel Wilson, otherwise Swift.
All right. And then, again, the username is switched, but I know who this is. It's Robert Mitchell.
Yes.
All right. What's up, Robert? Needs a tight end. Johnson, Barner, Pitts, Theo Johnson, Fannin, or Loveland?
Pitts, definitely. If Pitts is out there, go grab Pitts.
Yeah, in all of my leagues where I'm needing a tight end or I just stream tight ends, it's either Pitts or Juwan Johnson. And I'm kind of alternating, so I don't have like 1,000 Kyle Pitts in my lineup because that's never a great feeling. So I'm doing a little bit of Juwan Johnson, but I'm doing a little bit more Kyle Pitts. Would you use one of these guys rest of the season? Go no tight end? Don't want to go no tight end. My kicker is Myers, Williams, Genty, Samuel to drop.
So you're saying you have to drop one of these guys to pick up a tight end? I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to drop Gadsden, but I mean, you need your kicker. I don't know if that's, whether that's Jameson or Javonte Williams, not dropping him, not dropping Genty. I don't think I can drop Debo. I might just drop Gadsden here. Look, all these tight ends are available. Just drop Gadsden.
Yeah, you might be able to get him again next week. Drop Gadsden, go with Pitts or Johnson, and then see if you can get Gadsden back. All right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Bert. Rewind. You remember when he talked about the Jalen Coker thing? He didn't mean drafting him an underdog.
Oh, you might be waiting. Yeah. You called 5 touchdowns on my bet?
I think because he was like, I need like 6 or 7 guys for a touchdown. And I think the only one that didn't hit was Jalen Coker.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Can't get
hurts.
them all. All right, this is.
I
don't
can't
know.
believe I called a Jalen Coker touchdown at some point. What was I thinking?
That feels like a long time ago. How do we say this? Give it a shot.
Zol. I don't know. I'm gonna go Schultz. I know it's a bad matchup, but he's been too involved with Davis Mills. I'm going Schultz.
Yeah, I don't love Schultz this week, but I guess I don't love Auden either. So let's go Schultz for target share. Zol, Boot, I don't know. I see a moon there. I'm just gonna call it Luna. Jerry, it's a little too early. We got 20 minutes left, but I'll tell you, we'll revisit this at the end. What's on the menu for tonight? Always, this is appropriate. Always tired. This is P. What's up?
Kind of.
Just to reinforce it. Always tired. 24/7.
That should be my screen name too.
Do I start Woody over these guys?
No.
He's good, but not that good. And then the most important of Phil's leagues, Phil the Vibe, it's the family league. All right. That 6-teamer, not a big family. Any changes here in the bench? Josh Allen on the bench for Drake May. I'm okay with that this week. It's a 6-teamer. AJ Brown, Dunze Pittman, Devonta Smith. Would you start? I would go with Dunze over Pickens.
Yeah, Dunze over Pickens. Yeah, everything else is fine. I guess May over Josh Allen, but I hope you don't really regret that.
Pedro Navarez. Flex needs 2. Wilson, Shakir, Flowers.
I'll say, wow, what if Jacobs plays?
That's the thing.
Because I want to say Emmanuel Wilson if Jacobs is out, but if Jacobs plays, then you're stuck with whatever Emmanuel Wilson gives you as the backup. I mean, maybe that's not so bad. I don't know. I might just go Flower Shakir and not risk it though. But then there's a part of me that's like, what is Shakir going to give me? Can't I just get that from Emmanuel Wilson even if Jacobs plays?
That's the thing. Is if Jacobs plays, then you miss Shakir. Oh well, you probably won't be sad about that. I mean, you just drop Emmanuel Wilson for somebody else, because he just becomes a handcuff again, right? If Jacobs is playing, so maybe you can stream somebody else. All right, this is crazy, but I highly approve. Sparkle Star, remember from before, is in a 32-man league.
Wow,
that is serious.
Wow.
That is serious fantasy football.
Insane.
Fannin or Singletary? It's got to be Singletary.
Yeah, Singletary.
Yeah. And Phil, by the way, didn't know. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Phil. Appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Phil. Everybody wish Phil happy birthday. Come on. Drop it in the chat. Wish him happy birthday in the chat.
Awesome.
I better see a ton of happy birthdays in the chat.
And
man and people.
It's hard to say from like the picture. I can't tell, but you probably look like, I'm gonna guess like, I don't know, 32, something like that. I'll figure. Tell me if I'm right. Roberto, what's up, Roberto?
Oh, jeez.
I didn't help. It's the teacher in me. I couldn't help it. I gotta throw some math at it. AJ Barner, Ferguson, Johnson, or Loveland. Is that Juwan Johnson? No, but Ferguson.
I don't love Ferguson this week against the Eagles. I might just go Juwan.
You'd like Juwan Johnson. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's go Juwan Johnson. And then we got LGIM70. Sharps or Sean Tucker?
Well, I mean, I might go Sean Tucker either way here, but especially if Bucky's out.
Yeah, either way. I'm going Sean Tucker, I think. Trey Tucker or Booty. This is standard. I don't think it matters. If Booty plays, it would be him, right?
Yeah, Booty.
Joe ID 167. I really don't like this handle thing. Who to start? Dak or Lamar? Okay, come on.
Lamar.
It's Lamar. 2 receivers, 1 flex.
I mean, you got to start Lamb and Nico. It should be Zay this week. I'm going to, it's the Jets. I'm going Zay Flowers. This could burn me.
Yeah, well, AJ Brown could burn you any given week. Ferguson or Andrews?
Ferguson.
Yeah, so go Ferguson. Bijan, Chase Brown, Walker. Nice.
Bijan and Chase Brown.
It's an 8-team league in 3rd place. All right, let's get it.
Well done.
I can tell this is Parallel Earth, who somehow has an even cooler handle. Crypto McFly 2030. I love it. Yeah. Well, come on. You guys, you're watching. Hit the like button. It literally takes 1 second. Okay. Thomas with another one. Can you win without a tight end? Yes.
I don't know. I mean, just taking a zero, in any position.
I mean, you can. You have JSN, Barkley. I mean, but why don't you get a tight end? Because surely there's somebody you can drop.
Yeah.
And the thing is, your opponent has Kittle. That's a pretty good tight end. That's the deficit you're putting yourself in. So yeah, you can. I mean, it's flexing Worthy and Shakir. You're flexing Roman Hendy. Your flexes dominate his flexes. Yeah. Actually, his running backs are horrible. You should probably win without a tight end. Now that I look at your team, you probably don't need a tight end, but I mean, I don't know. Try to get one anyways. Bobby's back. All right. 1 quarterback, Lover, Burrow. When Burrow plays, it's Burrow.
Yes.
What about 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex?
Jacobs Dowdle at running back. I think I still got to. Can I put Tet over Jefferson? Rice for sure. I can't go. I can't go Tet over Jefferson, can I?
You could.
Slow on Jefferson. Maybe we'll flex.
You
One
could,
flex.
yeah.
Am I going to flex? I don't really love Javonte this week either.
At running back,
I don't know. Just so I don't have to make the decision because I don't love Javonte this week against the Eagles. I'm just going to go Rice, Jefferson, and Ted.
I think that's fine. I'm gonna go Rico and whoever the Packers running back is. Let's just do those first 3 receivers, and then a lot of time left. Real quick, anything jump out to you from Parallel Earth underdog picks for tonight?
I haven't even looked, so I don't know. Yeah, we only have like 15 minutes left.
Yeah, we like Woody Marks. So I would say Woody Marks, don't just go rushing. I would do rushing plus receiving yards. That would make sense. I'm going to take the lower on basically all Bills receivers, I think. So I can do
not
that.
A bad play. I haven't looked at what they are, but not a bad play.
It depends what they are. All right, how about this? So you can tell the fandom here at Bench Gino already.
Well, hey, look, Aiden O'Connell has his window open. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Aiden O'Connell pretty soon.
I don't know. Pete Carroll's loyal to a fault. Let's put it that way. Monster trades done. Starting Stafford, Marks, Bijan, CD, Jason, St. Brown. Man, that's a wide receiver room. On the bench is Adams and Flowers and London. What the?
Wow.
Achane? Come on. This is going to be like an 18 league.
Adams on the bench, but I mean, you got. Well, I mean, you can't play Adams over Woody Marks, so not much you can do here. It's gonna be pretty nice when you get Achane back next week. Jeez.
Yeah, you're stacked here, absolutely stacked. But yeah, it is what it is for this week, which is pretty good. All right, how about Danny Cito? Schultz or Theo?
I'm just gonna go Schultz. I like my tight ends to get a bunch of targets.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't love Schultz this week, but Theo is very limited upside. Gabriel Sosa now in half. Diggs, Lamb, Pittman, Watson, Shakir, Pierce, Addison. Start 3.
I'm just gonna take the first 3.
Yeah, first 3 it is. Genti or Marks?
I just don't think I can. I like Marks. It's a great matchup, but I don't think I could put Marks over Genti.
Right. It's close.
But you know what? I'll flex Marks over all those other guys. So go ahead. Play the first 3 wide receivers, Genti and Marks. Because he says he needs a flex out of those guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Decision made. Rusty now. Dak or Burrow?
Burrow if he plays.
Yeah, definitely Burrow there. We got JD5 with the super sticker. Thank you, JD. We'll see if there's a question here. We do have about 15 minutes till game time, so we're gonna get through. Definitely put all the super chats up because that's what it's for. Get them all done, and then if we have time, we'll do some others. But let's go back to Nick Ty. Worried about Mooney? It's fair. Tucker, Jacoby, or Downs?
Yeah, I mean, those guys don't make me feel great. I think I just take a chance on Mooney. He should get the targets.
Yeah, none of those would make me feel less worried. So it's Mooney. Take a chance. Johnny, 22 Bear, which is now Johnny Camarena. Ooh, Henderson or Chase Brown?
I'm going Henderson. I gotta find out.
Yeah. Chase Brown, very high floor, but Henderson, ridiculous ceiling this week. Austin Albright in half, pick 3. Who sits between Javonte, Kyron Cook? Probably not Henderson.
No, I'm sitting Javonte here against the Eagles.
Yeah, normally he would just be set and forget, but this week he's got the tougher matchup. Bobby, the Wi-Fi must be working okay. Here's another question. Christian Watson or Cortland Sutton, rest of season? Well, we said drop Watson, so it can't be him, right?
Yeah, I still have to prefer Cortland Sutton to Christian Watson.
Yeah. Like he's inconsistent, right? That the Broncos offense has been inconsistent, but it's not like Watson is like the pillar of stability either. So
right.
How about Nicholas Cage? Theo Johnson or Dalton Schultz? We kind of just had this.
Yeah, Schultz. So like Nicolas Cage, but with an R?
Exactly. Jedi Koth, Guillotine League. So we got to choose between Henry Cook or Brees in half.
Just one. I'm going Derrick Henry.
Yeah, not loving Brees this week. Look, normally I think it might be Cook, but man, Henry against the Jets? Yes. Bidwan Barua. Dak, Dart, Brissett.
I'll go Jacoby.
Yeah, I'm worried enough about Dak this week, and I don't love Dart. Let's just go Jacoby. All right. Always tired, but still has a question. Would you trade away Marks for Pearsall if you're good at RB?
Probably, I guess, but I kind of want to wait and see what happens tonight because what if Marks has a big game? Maybe I can get more than Pearsall.
That's true. Let's wait and see what happens. Not that you have to wait very long anyways, but I would do this. I would prefer Pearsall. I'm going to take a chance on upside. This is a great buy low window if you still can trade on Pearsall. All right, now MA2TY47. Dropped Vidal for Monty. Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You got Monty. It's fine.
All right. Oh, wait, what? It says I meant Rodriguez, not Monty. How does that? That's a very different thing.
You know what? I'm okay with that too because Rodriguez is the guy here, and they get the Cowboys and the Giants in the playoffs. Although we will see if the Cowboys are a good run defense or not. I was hoping to find out after Monday night, but the Raiders were like We just aren't going to run the ball, so we still don't really have an idea. Although I will say the defensive front definitely looked better overall.
Yeah, they'll be better. I'm not going to shut down like running games or anything, but definitely going to be better. Thank you, Don. Don W. Appreciate that. And Bob as well. Don't forget, we still got a few minutes left. Before you get out of here, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And of course, thumbs up. Let's do Felipe Giacomo. Flex 2, Kamara, Shakir tonight. Yoshi, Sean Tucker, Trey Tucker, or Booty.
Well, I definitely will not play Shakir tonight. It's either going to be Kamara and Sean Tucker if Bucky is out, or it's going to be Kamara and Yoshi. Be my choices.
There you go. Now we got JCR. What is up? Trade Chase Brown, Pearsall, and JD for Lad, K9, and Devonta Smith. Already got Dak.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Chase Brown Lad feels pretty close. Pearsall K9 kind of feels pretty close, but Devonta Smith for JD5, I think I do this. I can just roll with Dak. We don't even know when, if JD5 is coming back. I do this. Roll with Dak. Roll with Dak.
Yeah, I think this is fine. This overall helps your roster a little bit. Let's see who's next. Yeah, don't worry, we got it, Rick. It's weird. It was just from like 10-minute span, Rickolas Cage, and then went back to his handle, which is not the same. All right, this is Ksum 10. If Bucky plays, he's got to be over Manungai, right?
Yeah, definitely Bucky over Manungai.
Yeah, got Gibbs starting. You're good. I think this is Kevin. I'm guessing it's Kevin. Jedi Koth, Purdy, or Brissett.
Purdy.
Pick 3, Diggs, Tet, JMO, and probably Michael Wilson.
Wow, good choices this week, but I'm just going to go with the first 3.
Yeah, first 3 it is. And then another one, Judkins or Aaron Jones in half.
Yeah, both in tough spots. I don't know. I'm going to lean slightly Judkins.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Aaron Jones. I think I might go Aaron Jones just because he at least catches some passes. That one's close. It is half, though, so maybe that doesn't matter as much. Menace, would you trade Walker, Swift, or Hall for Rice?
I would trade any of these guys for. I would trade 2 of these guys for Rice.
I mean, if you don't have to, great. But yes. Yes. For absolutely no reason, Anthony thinks Nick Chubb is going to score tonight. It just feels like it.
That was last week. Last week was crazy. After a crazy week like week 11, things normalize. Things are going to normalize this week. We're going to see studs be studs. It's all going to be right in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. But you never know. Look, that Buffalo run defense is pretty bad. All right. Jedi Koth again. Start Juwan or Goddard?
No, Goddard. I don't have any reason to sit Goddard against Cowboys.
Yeah. All right, and catching up here. The people listened, as you said, lots of birthday love for Phil. Appreciate that. Right, and then let's see. This is I don't think we have time for that one. Okay. What do we have? 5 minutes left?
5 minutes.
Christian Pedroso, drop. Myers, Algier, or Godwin?
I'm going to drop Godwin. Like, what's the upside for Godwin?
Okay, this bench Gino already. Best RB was Etienne. So Cook, T-Mac, Wilson for St. Brown, Adams.
Nah, I want the St. Brown Adams side.
Yeah, there's a lot more to this. I don't have time for all that. He said Dowdle for Waddle, Cook, Henry Waddle.
I would take Dowdle for Waddle. That seems fine.
I think he's listening because he's in Monster. I think this is like the series of like the history of trades that he's made.
Oh,
it's like the trail, paper trail.
Look, all right.
Think you're good.
You got a stacked team, so you did something right. So well done.
Right. Okay, and let's go. Yeah, I know. Is that right? I didn't see that. Did Damian Pierce get released?
He did. He did.
Pour one out. I'm talking about what's on the menu tonight for drinks. We'll pour one out for Damian Pierce. What could have been and never really was. Robert. All right, Robert Perkey. Let's go. Genty or Swift?
Genty.
Pittman or Ibuka?
Ibuka.
Definitely Ibuka. Diggs or Pickens?
Diggs.
Pittman or Olave?
Olave.
Olave, Pickens, or Travion?
Travion.
Gotta find out with Travion. And Pickens, we don't like Pickens anyways. Ibuka or Chase Brown?
Oh, man.
That's
Ibuka. Chase Brown gives you a very high floor this week. Ibuka, better ceiling. I'd probably go Ibuka.
Yeah, that's the toughest one here. I would just go Ibuka as well. Kinshawn, Hall, or Etienne?
I go Etienne.
There you go. Believe it or not, we're caught up. We've got all the super chats in, and I think we answered almost all, if not all, of the member questions. And even though it's not Saturday morning or Sunday morning, Johnny Donuts making an appearance. What's up, Johnny? Bryce Young over Daniel Jones.
All right.
Well, I mean, that's not the worst. Also, trade offered for me. I get Devonta Smith and Kittle to give Judkins, BTJ, and Hunter Henry.
Yeah, take that deal. Take that deal.
That's I mean, not like a fleece, but yeah, definitely do that.
This is like showing up to work on Monday morning. You're all like upset. You're like, oh God, it's Monday morning. I got to go to work. And then somebody brought in like 3 dozen donuts, and suddenly the world is great.
Everything is right.
Everything is right in the world.
That's a great metaphor. That's exactly how it feels. I know, Bob. No, we give ourselves one day off. It's Friday night. No show tomorrow. We are definitely gonna be ready for Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
that's right. It's gonna be Thanksgiving week. We got to get through week 12, and then the real fun starts. Like. If you haven't yet, guys, anybody who's been watching this whole time, click the thumbs up. We appreciate you watching here, and of course, anyone who hasn't subscribed, do it as well. And and thank you, Anthony. Good luck in week 12 and beyond. Let's do it. Jerry, which, by the way, I'm deciphering, like translating user handles to user names, trying to figure out who's who. Because just when you get to know people's names and then switching it on us, right?
Oh, this is annoying. Hope they put it back.
I know this is Jerry Lopez, Jerry DeMook, because wishing the best of luck to everyone and the worst to your enemies.
Yes. Jerry,
I want to know what's on the tap for tonight. I'm going to probably go for an IPA like usual.
I don't like IPA. We're going out to dinner. My wife and I are going out to dinner, so I don't know.
So whatever she said.
No, I usually just drink water. Not a big drinker.
All right.
Boring.
I need something to offset all this caffeine, so it's fine. All right, guys. Well, whatever you do tonight, whether you watch football or not, enjoy it. Have a good one. We'll see you on Saturday. Don't forget, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and that would be 10 a.m. on the Pacific Coast. Nice and early, but if you turn on notifications because you've subscribed, you'll know when we go live, and all the videos still dropping. We've got videos come out tomorrow and the next day, every day for you up until Sunday. So we'll see you. Good luck, everybody.